What's going on YouTube? This is CFX at the Wave Dojo. And what I'm doing here is, as you probably seen in the titles, this is the pros and cons of the Nintendo Switch as a console, as a whole. Not necessarily just the hardware, but just as a whole, you know. I'm playing this live, as you can see. Look at me running around and around. I kind of wanted to do something different than what other people were doing. A lot of people were making like top 5 lists and like everyone's doing the same thing, and I kind of just want to like just tackle this in a different way because I'm doing the same thing as everyone else technically, but I want to tackle it different. And I recorded this already. My audio was fucked up. Like it recorded the gameplay, but it didn't record the audio, and I kind of want to mix both. Like I want to see if I can do it. It's like a challenge to me, like paying attention and then also get my thoughts off. And plus, it's very like down to earth and rugged. I'm kind of like I'm kind of like that, especially since I'm like really getting started and trying to make videos, not daily, but just more frequently. So this is like a good challenge for me, cause I love it. I love a challenge. So first, I'm gonna go through all the cons of the system so we can get the negative out the way. Because the faster we get the negative out the way, then it's all positive from down there on. So I'm gonna start off with something, you know, kind of common. I've seen a couple people complain about it, and always say like it's not a big deal, but I can complain when I spent money, which is that's a luxury. I mean, I'm still a supporter of Nintendo, so anything I say bad is just. I mean, not even just opinion, because some of these things are facts that are happening to me and happening to other people, but it's mainly just my opinion on how I feel about, what is happening. So the con is Wi-Fi doesn't stay on. That's the first one that I wrote down. I've been coming into situations where like I come in, I'm trying to do something, and then out of nowhere, it will say not connected. I will try to go to the eShop, not connected, and I'm just like, or I'll try to watch a video from the news feed, not connected, and I'm just like, I connected like so many times, and it's annoying. I don't mind putting in the thing like the password because it doesn't take so much to do it, but it's still something that you don't want to do every time, and that could be bad if you have bigger files that you are downloading and you really wanted to do it when you're not like attended to it, and you don't want it to cut off when you cut it off, and that's been happening to me. And hopefully it's something that can be fixed. As far as like with my knowledge on like how like updates work, I've seen things get fixed like that in other updates for other consoles, so hopefully they fix that soon. Because but I'm sure Nintendo's doing something. They've heard a lot of complaints because people like to focus on the negative, even if the positive outweighs the negative. People like to just focus on that. But that's that. Like there's nothing much I can like add to that besides just the common things that would be annoying with Wi-Fi not always being on. The next one is there's no internet browser. Now this is something that when they first announced that they will not have an internet browser day one, that I was like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. I don't really care. I want to play Zelda. I want to play Zelda. But now that I've been playing Zelda and I got that hype out the way, and I love Zelda. Zelda's a great game. I have a more in depth like review discussion about this game coming soon, by the way. But besides that, like I really like sometimes when I want to take a break from this, want to go on the internet browser without like on the TV without like switching HDMI ports or switching the source. I don't want to have to do that all the time. So it 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 sucks sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. I'm like wow, that's something that I would like for this, especially since it's a tablet. Like say what you want, it's a console, but it's a tablet at the same time, and the functionality is a composite touchscreen. It works, and it works well too. By the way, it's really comfortable, But you can't you can't do normal things that you would normally do. It's like I didn't realize how much I cared about it until it was taken away. And yes, it's not going to be as bad as the Wii U or or like other consoles internet like aren't that great. You know what I mean? But I feel like for the Switch it could be really good. All right, and this next one kind of goes hand to hand with the apps. I mean, with I gave it away with the internet browser, and that's no apps. I feel like this game would benefit from. I mean, not this game, but this console would benefit from apps. Like, come on, like it's a tablet. Nintendo has jumped into the tablet world. Where's my Super Mario Run? Like, doesn't that seem just logical? Things of that nature. That's just me, but I understand that they jumped into the mobile realm, so that's probably what they want to do. But like, I know, and everything I'm saying, I know it's early, so I'm not just talking out of my ass and just to find something negative. But these are things that I honestly felt while playing, and I was like, wow, and I took note of it. Um, and lack of games is the next one. I know it's early in the console, but that still doesn't change the fact that there's not many games to play that are fun. There are way more games than that was originally planned for it back when in January when the Switch event happened, cuz that was a doozy. I wasn't I was a tad disappointed. I'm not going to lie, because, it just seemed the hype was just so crazy after that first trailer in October. But I mean, we have better games, but I just wish there was more. I have Fast RMX in this. I play Snipper Clips. Snipper Clips is cool, but I don't really play games like that much. I think it's cool. I do think it's a cool game with a cool concept. But that's that. And the next one, and this is the last con, and I think this is a general con for pretty much anybody. The lack of virtual console. The fact that they don't have virtual console is crazy to me, because Nintendo has the catalog, and I know there are some games that they don't have the rights to that came out on their systems before, but they have enough of original content that they could really spice things up. I would love to play Super Metroid on this. I know you can play it on 3DS. I'm aware of all of this. That does not change the fact that it's not it's not on there and that they missed the opportunity. Like, that's saddens me. Like it, but like I know it has to be coming, and like I'm like my best bet is that they're waiting for like GameCube games to kind of get them like working for the Switch and getting things smoother to where it isn't downgrading, to where it actually enhances the game. Hopefully they're working on that. I mean, they have to, but it's still this wait is still not enjoyable. Like, and they haven't said anything about it really. Besides little interviews here and there, they haven't really said anything substantial. Um, and that's it for the cons. Now the positives. We're going to jump into the positives, which I'm actually happy for, because I hate being negative. But like sometimes, like I feel like some of these cons are like neutral cons, because it's like it doesn't destroy the whole experience for me. But I'm gonna start with the cons. First and foremost, it's portable. That is the biggest thing for me. The portability. I take it everywhere I go. When I go to work, when I'm on break, I play it. I set it up. I have the Joy Cons. I feel like I'm at home, and I think that's what they were going for, and they accomplished it. They accomplished that goal, and like I can't like what can you say? Like, I know the battery life isn't the worst, but it isn't the best, but it is most certainly not the worst. It is like that's actually another pro that I have is the battery life. The battery life is really good. Like considering playing full console games on it. And I know I'm probably sound like a fanboy or whatever and dismissing that, but that's still a big deal to me. Like, there's not too many things that like makes me happy than playing a console game on the go. And plus, like I look like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 is coming out this month for the PlayStation 4. I'm getting that. Kingdom Hearts is my second favorite franchise besides Zelda. I got to get out of here. Besides Zelda, and you know, I'm gonna want to take that on the go, and I can't. That is something that the Switch has that no other console has. And yes, these other consoles have other things, but that's the point of different consoles. They are supposed to have things that the others don't have, and this is what the Switch has, and I like it. Like, and they did it well. They do it well. No one does portable like Nintendo. And it's a full console experience. That's another pro. It's a full console experience because the first thing I was a little terrified of was that we were going to get lessened graphics, lessened everything due to the portability and them trying to fit it on the screen as well, the duality of the console. When yes, it isn't as beautiful as a PS4, but it is most certainly not bad and shitty quality. Like if you see the game that I'm playing right now, it looks beautiful. Fast RMX looks beautiful. 1080p with a full 60 frame. That looks beautiful. Granted, it's a racing game, but still it looks great. And on the next pro is the how seamless and smooth and buttery the home screen is. It is so smooth to go to the you eShop. It's so easy. It takes little to no effort. Like you press the button and the home screen is so cool. It's like they took some pointers from the PS4. Like I put a video up on the UI. I did an overview. It's I'll put that in the description. It is so smooth and it's like I actually really like it. It's better than PS4 and Xbox if we're comparing. I try to keep consoles separate. I don't really like to compare too much, but the biggest issue with compare because the biggest issue with comparing is that you lessen your experience on each by doing that because you try to look at what it doesn't have compared to what it does. But the next thing is that the Joy Cons are very very comfortable. They are very comfortable, and this is coming from 12 days of having it. And I've waited to really speak on this because I wanted to have it and live with it because I was seeing a lot of people who 2 days later they're putting up reviews and things. It it is really it was worth it. Like it was definitely worth the money. The Joy Cons are. It's crazy to think that the Joy Cons like have all of that inside of it. That's the craziest thing to me on the planet. And to add to that pro having the option for a pro controller. Like I'm playing with a pro controller right now, and it feels so good. This is the definitive way to play Zelda. Like that's how this is how I play the game. I mean, I love playing on the Joy Cons too because I like the switch up. It feels good to switch different controllers and have different it's like schemes and to separate the Joy Cons. Like I love the options that Nintendo's giving you. I like that things are optional because Nintendo did not have that option when it came to the Wii, and that's what I hated about the Wii the most. The Wii was a great console, it's just that there was no options for certain games. Like you had to use motion controls, and I really hated motion controls at one point. Like I like motion controls because like it works. Like look at this, this is beautiful. I'm moving the Pro controller around. That's the way to use motion controls to have it like be a part of the game, not be the game. So Nintendo has definitely improved there. I mean, they better have. This is what is to be expected. Like they're supposed to do this. Yes, yes, it's still a pro, but I feel like they're supposed to do this. Also, the next pro is the first year lineup. I did another video where I was talking about the games that were coming out this year that I was excited for. And the only game that's coming out next year that I even mentioned was Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem game, and that's like we don't know anything about that, but that's the only game that we know for a fact is coming out next year. Everything else is coming out this year. So go to that video. You'll see more in depth of what I'm talking about there. But the lineup is looking good for this year. I'm really excited to play these games. And like at first I was like, but like I realized I'm like, when in doubt, compare. I was comparing it to other consoles, and I was looking at the lineup for games that was coming out, and I was kind of like, you know, like I mean, you have a lot of games, but you have games like Red Dead Redemption that's coming out like later on this year. But there's not too many other things that I'm excited for personally that isn't coming out like this month or next month. So Nintendo has something coming like every month, so I'm pretty excited about that. It makes this year even better for gaming for me. And the last pro, I don't even know why I left it for last. It's not even the best for last, but it could be. It's like second to last. But the charging port being USB-C, that is so important, and I really think people should focus on that because that is a big deal. That like I feel like that ensures the future proof of this because I feel like the USB-C is the future. And I'm into tech videos. I watch you know anything to do with tech to learn about the new things that are coming out. I'm that type of person. Like I'm into tech. I don't know how to too much, but I'm a good listener. People teach me, you know, what things mean. I learn from other people. So I feel like USB-C, it can add so many elements. It can add like it could add new docks, new third party docks, just things like that. That's so cool. Hopefully, since you can't completely connect it to by HDMI through um USB-C natively, hopefully without using the dock, hopefully there's some update or there's something to where you can in the future, and then like have like a dual screen setup or whatever. Hopefully that's something that's possible. But like I just feel like the future is positive with USB-C, and that's pretty much it for the pros and cons. And hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully, like if you don't have a Switch and you heard something that I mentioned here, hopefully you say there's something that you didn't hear anywhere else that you can be like, oh, okay, this is something that I personally like as well. So like I may actually want to get the console. I say follow your gut, do what you feel. Don't let no one, convince you into doing something. Just choose for yourself. If it seems like the right idea, then do it. That's what I did. I felt I saw reviews. I saw things that like, would I like this? If someone said that they didn't like something, like if I had a con here that you think is a good thing that they don't have, then don't, then that may actually persuade you to get the game. And if there's a pro that you personally don't like, then that may persuade you to not get it. So I say take this, as is. These are my opinions. So take it as it, take it how as an opinion, and whatever you do after that, that's up to you. But I'm just here to offer my opinion on things and my point of view. So if and this is like this is like not a new channel, but this is the new version of this channel. I've been trying to work on more things to make things more, you know, you know, more quality. Like I'm working towards that. So it's still very new. I'm gonna grow from here. So stick around. There's gonna be more content. I'm doing more things. I have every console, so I'm like investing in getting games, and so I can at least provide content for like at least my perspective, because you may like my perspective, you may hate my perspective, but I still watch people I hate their perspective just to get a gauge of everything. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and that's it.